Breakfast on BBC Two, the things you can pick up at the breakfast table. And by the way, what is riboflavin?
My mother used to say sometimes, when you come up from school, go into Sainsbury's, get £1/2 of Danish back rashers cut number 7. And that was lovely bacon. And we had that fried with a piece of fried bread. Sometimes we had an egg or we had sausage.
In pre-war Britain, breakfast was invariably cooked, a meal to set you up for the day. Force was the first ready-to-eat cereal. Imported from America, it was a culinary mystery to the British housewife.
It was the food you could easily put over in an instant. It was almost like pre-digested food, and it must have come as a bit of a surprise. No longer the traditional bacon and eggs, but something that you could add a bit of nutrition to with your milk, and suddenly there it was, ready to eat.
It was a great marketing struggle to begin with to get people educated to know how to use it. Started off with the teaser advertisements in 1902. What is this product, Force?
The Force marketing campaign was an idea ahead of its time. A range of free gifts and promotions encouraged people to buy. Points were saved from the cereal packets, accumulated and exchanged for a range of presents from the Force catalogue. It was a simple and effective way of turning a novelty meal into a habit.
I wasn't very fond of porridge. None of us were. So we would have a cereal, and I think one of the first was the famous high over the fence leaps Sunny Jim, Force is the food that raiseth him.
Sunny Jim was the face of Force. Jim encouraged people to eat Force and be sunny. Few people knew of Force, but everyone knew Sunny Jim, and his name became associated with those who were invariably cheerful.
He was a very popular character. I think one of the things was that his peruke, which is the bit of hair sticking out at the back, was used as a handle, and he was also on occasions, I think, used as a weapon for one child to bang another one by swinging him by his peruke.
Rival American companies were soon flooding the market. Some invested in new British factories. Shredded Wheat was so proud of their great palace of crystal with white tiled columns that it became the focus of their new pack in 1925. Ready-to-eat cereals were invented by doctors working in American sanatoriums. They were designed as a nutritious and easy-to-digest food for invalids. Harvey Kellogg invented a flaked corn, which would not only help the digestion, but would help to curb the unnatural desires of the young. In 1930, Kellogg's pioneered nutritional labelling, which has been a feature of their packs ever since.
The pack exuded that real confidence of health and happiness. Vim and vigour, sunshine, you felt the waving fields of corn. The vitamins, that addition of a bit of fruit.
That was how we learnt words like riboflavin and niacin, because none of us ever knew what they meant, but we read them on the back of packs and we thought they'd got to be good for us.
Just a moment, Mr. Watkins. Where is that schedule?
You didn't complete, Mr. Jones.
I told you, Jones, I can't wait.
His wife's fault, really. He's had almost nothing since supper 12 hours ago. No proper breakfast. He said he hadn't time. What nonsense. Before his toast and tea, give him a good big plate of cornflakes. No cooking, no messy washing up, eaten and digested like lightning. Delicious. After a breakfast like that, his wife needn't worry.
I'll fix you up, Mr. Watkins. Yes, just hold on. I'll take that 500. Yes, today. Goodbye. That's okay, Mr. Watkins. Not at all. Goodbye. Well, that's quite a good day's work. Remind me to take some flowers home to my wife.
Yes, sir.
Start your day the Kellogg's way.
Advertising has a quite different role to packaging. It's not there when you buy the product. Normally when you see advertising, you're actually sitting down watching television or reading a newspaper, and it's not there when you buy the product. But what it does do is say, you might be interested in this, here's a product you might like to buy. It's a clever product, it looks like this, but actually it's only when you get to the supermarket that there is the product.
With the coming of the supermarket, the self-service store in the 1950s, really for the first time, the packs, the packaging, the image of the pack had to compete directly for the customer's attention. Each one had to vie for that eye to be seen, and brands and the packs became brighter and stronger.
Oh, isn't it smashing, Bobby? Where do you get it? Don't you know? They're all on the back of the cornflake packets. There's 24 in the set. I've got 4 already.
Come on, children. Tea's ready.
The introduction of cut-out and play packs established cereals primarily as a food for children. Noddy theatres entranced a generation of tots wielding blunt scissors. In the 1950s, there was an explosion of cereal brands on the market. Manufacturers had found the perfect way of making cereals attractive to children. They introduced sugar coating and gave away free toys.
Got him! Got him! I can hit the target every time with my Blowzooka. It shoots rockets like this, and you get the whole set free in Kellogg's cornflakes. And there's targets on the back you cut out with scissors.
Today's families have an average of 6 cereals in the kitchen cupboard, and the 10-second pre-digested food has more relevance to today's lifestyle than ever before.
If you go to the average supermarket today, there are 30,000 products on the shelf. When I was a child, there were 4,000 to 6,000 products in the average shop. If you go to a big hypermarket, there are even 60,000 products on shelf. It's total overload. You'd need a telephone directory to help you round the shop. What brands do is they make things easy. And part of the reason that manufacturers have managed to get 3 or 4 or 5 of those brands to stick in your mind and to be the ones you can think of is because they've consistently promoted elements in the same way year in, year out. Take Frosties, for example. For 30 years or more, they've used Tony the Tiger as a spokesperson for that brand. He's on children's TV, he's been on the pack for all that time, he's been used in a variety of ways, and so strong has he become now that he represents that brand, he's a symbol for it. To the point where now you can see a bus shelter advert which only has his pointed finger holding the bowl of Frosties. You look at the finger, you think Frosties. There's no brand name on the advert, yet you know what that brand is. It's a terrific testimony to the power of consistent marketing.